I never believed I was crossing a line. That realization frightens me the most now, how easily I convinced myself everything was acceptable. If someone had told me a year earlier that I would lose the man I loved simply because I shared a bed with my male best friend, I would have laughed it off. I would have said, we're just friends. It's nothing like that. And that was the real issue. I repeated those words so often that I started believing them myself. I kept saying, it's nothing, until the day my boyfriend stopped trusting me, and then he was gone. Before I go on, make sure to subscribe for more real-life relationship stories. These aren't just dramatic moments. Many of them are quiet warnings about boundaries people ignore until it's too late to out my boyfriend, and I had been together for nearly 2 years. He wasn't possessive. He wasn't insecure in the way people often accuse men of being. He was calm, grounded, and confident, the kind of partner who trusted me without checking my phone or questioning where I was going. That trust made me feel secure. Sadly, it also made me believe I could stretch limits without paying a price tag. My best friend, Ryan, had been part of my life since college. We had supported each other through breakups, family struggles, and career stress. He was the person I called when I cried, the one who knew my past, the one who could sense my emotions without me saying a word. To me, that was normal friendship. To my boyfriend, it looked like emotional closeness that belonged inside a romantic relationship. Never demanded that I cut Ryan out of my life, but he did share his discomfort from time to time. It wasn't jealousy, it was a quiet unease. He would say things like, Ryan depends on you a lot, or do you think there are clear boundaries between you two? I brushed it off. I laughed. I called him dramatic. I said the line people use far too easily. He's like a brother. That phrase is simple to say and deeply disrespectful when used as armor. Everything shifted during one weekend in early spring. Ryan had just gone through a painful breakup. Late one night, he called me drunk and overwhelmed, saying he couldn't handle being alone. I told my boyfriend Ryan was struggling and that I wanted to check on him. My boyfriend didn't argue. He only said, okay, just be careful. I drove to Ryan's apartment believing I was doing the right thing. He was in terrible shape, bloodshot eyes, a messy apartment, empty bottles everywhere. He kept repeating that he didn't know how to exist without her. I stayed for hours, calming him down, making sure he ate, making sure he wasn't spiraling. When it was past 2 a.m., he begged me not to leave. Please stay, he said. I can't be alone tonight. I paused. I should have gone home. I should have called my boyfriend and said I was leaving. Instead, I made the choice that destroyed everything. I told myself I would sleep on the couch. Ryan insisted I take the bed since I was helping him. He said he would stay on his side. No touching, nothing inappropriate. And I chose to believe him. I texted my boyfriend. I'm staying here tonight so Ryan doesn't fall apart. I'll sleep in the bed, but it's fine. Nothing is happening. I honestly thought being upfront made it acceptable, as if honesty could erase the disrespect. Didn't reply right away. I remember staring at my phone, waiting for him to say it was okay. I needed his approval to keep feeling like I wasn't doing anything wrong. When he finally answered, he wrote, "Do what you want." It didn't sound like permission. It felt like goodbye. The next morning, I checked my phone immediately. Number. Messages. I texted good morning. Nothing. I called him straight to voicemail. At first, I assumed he was busy. Then I told myself he needed space. But as the hours passed, the silence became unbearable. Around noon, I drove to his apartment. No response when I knocked. I knocked again, still nothing. I texted, "Please talk to me. I'm home." Hours went by without a reply. That night, I couldn't sleep. His last message replayed in my mind. Do what you want. It wasn't anger. It was surrender. The following day, I returned to his building. This time, the manager told me he had seen him moving out the night before. My stomach sank. I called his sister, no answer. I called one of his friends. He eventually replied with a short message. He's done. He doesn't want drama. Please stop reaching out. It felt like ice flooding my chest. I couldn't understand how he could disappear without a conversation, without an argument, without closure. Then the truth hit me. He already had closure. He didn't need my explanation because my actions had said everything. He saw a woman who crossed a boundary and called it harmless. He saw someone who didn't protect her relationship when it mattered most. And instead of begging for respect, he walked away. 3 days later, he finally sent me a message. One paragraph. He said he wasn't accusing me of cheating. He wasn't looking for a fight. He was leaving because he couldn't be with someone who believed it was normal to share a bed with another man and dismiss his discomfort as unreasonable. He said that wasn't love to him. That wasn't loyalty. He wished me well, that was all. No insults, no yelling. Just a quiet farewell. I cried until my face ached. I wanted to run to his door, knock, plead, and explain, but I knew it would only make things worse. Because the truth was, he wasn't wrong. Even if nothing physical happened, I chose another man's comfort over my boyfriend's boundaries. And I disguised it as being a good friend. I wasn't innocent. I was careless. I didn't lose my boyfriend because Ryan went through a breakup. I lost him because I misunderstood what trust really means. Trust isn't permission to do whatever you want. Trust is choosing to protect your relationship, even when no one is watching, and I failed. The hardest truth to accept is this: my boyfriend didn't disappear to hurt me. He left to protect himself. Some people don't argue when they feel disrespected. They walk away quietly the moment they realize they are no longer being chosen. Now, whenever I hear someone say, "It's fine," I remember the night I said those same words and lost everything.